are live on Shaggy TV for a little Outlaw Dirt Series action here at the Fairbury Speedway. My apologies tonight. I'm going to try to click it all the time, but man, you might hear my voice wearing down. There's a sickness going through the house. My wife was off work today. She sounds like she got hit by a truck. I'm fighting it pretty good, steamed up there before we hopped in here. Got some vapor rub on the chest, but man, oh man, it's heavy today, so I might be short-winded here a couple times and not be my normal old self. But dude, we got the normal old crew here. 21 drivers at the Fairbury Speedway. We got a lot of guys here tonight. James Ballman Jr., one of them. And well, I had the guys printed out, or not printed out for me, send it to me. The points lead. I always talk about it. And now Devin Hauer, I mean, he's in a league all of his own. 70-point lead over Brandon Geiswhite. Devin 535, Geiswhite 465, and Daryl Bass rounding out third there with 380. So Devin Hauer has had his own way this season. Devin is here at the moment in the 316, just hasn't put a lap in yet. He's one of the drivers registered. Jamie Massey just registered as well, so 22 drivers. Sure we see in the 20 there. Let's see if we got guys. Should have guys on the racetrack in a different lobby here. We'll let their paints load up. Haven't seen these drivers yet. This will be Scooter. Chris Thibodeau in the 23 here. I know him in the 44 from another league, and then this, it's got the 44 on it here tonight, so it shouldn't be too hard for me to notice that thing. I don't know if I like how zoomed in the camera is, though. They have to play around with some things before they go to into the actual feature here tonight if we have some time. Actually, better safe than sorry. I want to do that right now. My apologies for doing that right now. I gotta pick somebody who's gonna stay on the racetrack here. That's pretty dependent. Really? So there's only one camera. See, that's the problem. We've got to move one over here and go over to group, enable auto selection. We'll zoom in as well. That should do the trick. We'll find somebody on the racetrack just to make sure. So that one is still zoomed in, so I guess I didn't get them all, or I didn't save them. There might have been one hidden in there because these other ones are zoomed out, so we'll see. So I get a sneaky zoom shot there every now and then. We watch D's Price in the 117, DP out there. And I realize how bad that sounds, you know, maybe after I say it, but I'm telling you, in the moment, I'm not that witty. It's I'm laughing at it just like you guys are. I must have. Sometimes I do some commentating in other race leagues where I don't have to work the cameras and everything by myself. So I zoom out so I can see everything, and I'm willing to bet this is what happened here. I'll probably move myself out so I can see everything. We'll get a little better of an overall view. There we go. All the normal, yeah, I was going to say, all of the normal car cameras should stay. Panicking there for a little bit. guess I just would have had to reload. So I'm kind of computer illiterate. I would have been worried there rather than just going in and load up my cameras, my car cameras. Dale Slides, though, the man we've been watching there, and 7.62. Got a real small 2 there. In the middle of that 6, but 7.6 close enough, you know. That second number, that's mythical as far as I'm concerned. There in dirt racing, and the last number, you know, in a 3-digit number. Too much vinyl. With Sam Bachman, he can afford it. A 007, you got him real big. But when you I guess when you're 007, you know, you kind of flaunt that number as well. Sam, a full throttle motorsports driver. Swan Speed Shop on the side of that thing. Scooter, who's all he got on there? The Bayou Bullet, Cuddy Speed Shop. I couldn't tell what that RCR was. Hop over. Have these guys hopped on the racetrack yet? Nope. Still no Devin Hauer or Sean Grimes Jr. on the racetrack. Jamie Massey did hop out on the racetrack, but he already pulled off. You're seeing us hop the different rooms. I'm trying to venture around to see. So the quickest guy in warm-ups, obviously it's changed a lot. Track times, but is this man, Daniel Adam. And it's supposed to be the 74, like 75 there. That's pretty close. You know, us race car drivers, not known as the smartest individuals, I wouldn't say. So, you know, when we get that close to our number, a little credit is due, that's for sure. Tyler Welch in the 3 there on the inside. Got Maker's Mark on the front end of that thing. Just going low and slow, experimenting with that low line. Worked a little bit, but he's just tightening up too much in the center. He can't really get that drive off. That much better. Rotated a little better in the center, and you see he's able to keep up with the 75. So he's just experimenting down there different ways to get it done. And I wouldn't be surprised, well, Jamie Massey not on the racetrack, but he's a guy who we'll probably see running the bottom at different points in this feature here tonight. Casey Childers working to the outside, and then 92. Daryl Bass, the guy 3rd in points. He pulls out on the racetrack. We got the Bass Man out here. Black and red machine this week for the Bass Man. Dark Horse Speed Shop. Clifford Driscoll, the House of Speed setups. West Side Signs. Couldn't tell what that inside one was in front of the 6. Let's see if we can get a better look at it here. I shop scrap. I couldn't tell what that was. What that said there. But Scott Dobbs in the 2.9. Actually, you know, this isn't a terrible camera. It's been allowing me to look at some of their sponsors here through warm-ups, but I will pause it. Actually, now, let's see if I can get it in that camera. Nope, doesn't want to go back to it. Well, whenever we go into qualifying here, I'm going to do a quick pause. I'd like to zoom that one out. That camera will become troublesome in the race. I like having the infield camera, and I don't want it to zoom in if we have a good battle going on. Good for now. So we're actually ready for that right here. Do that really quick. My apologies. Wrong button. Group. Yeah, it is on auto selection. Okay. And, well, the Bassman, he's the quickest man on the racetrack. Had a feeling went to him. There, froze it up. He's third in points for a reason. Can he bring home a win? Does he improve on lap number 2? Doesn't need to. But he does with a 12.44. So Daryl, good lap there. Second time around was a little slower in sector 1, but found it in 2. All for naught, though, is Jamie Massey, the driver of the 6. He takes quick time and even quicker this time around. 12.23, purple for the driver of the 6 car, Jamie Massey. Devin Howard, your points leader, the 316. Full Throttle Motorsports driver, getting ready to pull out on the racetrack. Let's see what Stone Cold can do here. Devin Howard. Rip the top here through 3 and 4. Set to come to the green flag is Devin. Lap number 1. What can he do? Green for Devin. He wants to see some purple, though. Wants to flirt with Jamie up there on that top step. Where does Devin park here? Lap number 1. 19th for the driver of the 316. Looking for a big improvement here. Tightens up coming out of 4. Devin Howard not going to find it. 12.72, and he's going to qualify 19th. Out of the 22 drivers to put in a time, 26 drivers registered for the session. Dale Slides, your 23rd driver, pulling out on the racetrack. We'll have to see. My apologies, just realized that was actually gone. He's got 22 seconds, as you see on that timer, to get this in. So he better hurry. He's going to get 1 lap here for the 762 Dale. He's got to be perfect here, all so close to that outside wall. If he would have touched it, it would have cost him his lap. Keeps it down low to be safe. And Dale Slides 21st. Out of the 23 drivers, not what he was looking for there in his only lap of qualifying. He's going to receive tonight. Top 4 drivers going to make it straight to the feature, according to the info that I read. So you're racing for the top 4 tonight. Let's take a look here at the starting grid for your first of 3 heat races here this evening. All by himself in that 26 machine inside of row number 5, Walker Wright. Row number 4 to the outside, the 19 of Jordan Timon. To the inside, the 316 of Stone Cold, Devin Howard. Row number 3 to the outside, the 118 of Trent Merkel. To the inside, the 84 of Bryce Dickinson. Row number 2 to the outside, the 44 of Joseph McIntyre Jr. To the inside, the 117 of Dees Price. Row number 1 for heat race number 1 in the Outlaw Dirt Series Pro Late Models. To the outside, the 63 of Clifford Driscoll. And starting on the pole, your quick time, the 6 of Jamie Massey. Refresh here. Watch the pace truck go around one more time. Quick pace laps though here, so we've got to be quick tonight on the replays if there are any cautions that we need to do or anything like that, because everything really happens fast here at Fairbury. So not your friend if you need a tow, quick repair. We got Susie Dickinson out there rooting for Jamie and Bryce as the green flag's high. It's ready to fly. Heat race number 1 underway. Jamie Massey, not enough room there to sling up to the outside. Looking for a crossover as the 63 of Cliff Driscoll as the battle heats up behind. Stone Cold to the bottom there. They're almost 3 wide. The 114. That's Walker right there, I believe. Doesn't look like the number matches. Yeah, that was Walker. He had a good run there, but lost 2-3 spots in 1 and 2 as the war rages on behind. Jamie Massey out front in the HNL number 6. Cliff Driscoll trying to work to the inside, but he just, you can't dive it in that deep. He's got to find grip off that the 6 isn't finding, but Jamie's finding plenty of it for now. And 6 laps to go, enough time, but he's pretty much waiting for that 6 to make a mistake. As Devin Hauer, your point leader, trying to work his way up to the front, started 7th, up to 5th. He's gotten stuck behind that 44 of Joe McIntyre. Meanwhile, Bryce Dickinson, he started 5th. He's driven that thing up to 3rd. He's reeling in Cliff Driscoll, who's lost touch of Jamie Massey. It's only 3.5 laps to go here. You got to think the top 3, barring a big hiccup, that's pretty much settled. But the battle on for 4th here, give it to Devin Hauer at the line. Stone cold to the outside. Move him on up one more. That's 3 spots for the 316. Jamie Massey on the bottom through 1 and 2. You see him dive into 3. Ready to take the white flag this time by Jamie Massey. Over a 1.5 seconds out front, as you see. That's what the drivers see. Difficult sun going into 1 and 2. Final time out of 4. Jamie Massey brings home the checkered flag. Cliff Driscoll, Bryce Dickinson, Devin Hauer. Straight to the feature, and well, Joe McIntyre, Walker Wright, Trent Merkel, Jordan Timon, and Dees Price to the B main. Let's take a look here. Starting grid, heat race number 2. Second of 3 heat races here this evening. Row number 4 to the outside, the double deuce of James Ballman Jr. To the inside, the 007 of Sam Bachman. Row 3 to the outside, the 511 of Jackson Whittington. To the inside, the 18 of Brandon Geiswhite. Row number 2 on the outside, Blackjack in the 21, JJ Crow. To the inside, the 14 of Mark Gifford. Row number 1 for heat race number 2. Starting on the outside, the 43 of Peyton Anderson. And starting on the pole, the 74 of Daniel Adam. As heat race number 2, man, your guess is as good as mine here. But Daniel Adam, obviously quick guy in practice. Almost just as fast there in qualifying. Only one man quicker. You got to think it's going to be tough to knock him off. He just needs to nail this restart. A little difficult for the leaders starting on the inside. You can't float up against that outside wall going down the front stretch and really arc the car in. So got to nail it, and hopefully he's had experience on the inside here at Fairbury before, because those tractor tires, man, we're going to see him sneak up on a couple people here this evening. When you do, you jet up the racetrack in front of the rest of the field. Causes quite the mess. As the green flag's high, it's ready to fly. 10 to play at Fairbury Speedway. We're underway. Man, when it changes from 9 to 8 and then teleports up to 10, it throws me off every time. Got to go with my gut. Is Daniel Adams' slide job. He's able to clearly come up in front. Your leader, Daniel, trying to set the pace. Peyton Anderson, he's got his hands full. He's got the 14 of Mark Gifford. JJ Crow to the inside. Blackjack trying to work his way on up. He's got himself in a transfer spot, but nobody wants to be that man on the bubble there. Brandon Geiswhite gonna have to go to work if he wants to race his way into the feature. We've got 4 guys there, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, all in different lanes. You see Geiswhite the whole way upstairs. Everybody else separating themselves about half a lane or so. Now the 14 and the 43 basically mirror each other, but Geisway doing what he can, trying to find a way around, but gets in the outside wall, and Brandon Geisway, he's going to have to race his way in through the B main. Tough luck for the 18. It's the 75 of Daniel Adam. Takes 4 laps to go. Jackson Whittington now finds himself on the outside looking in, but not for long. Mark Gifford into the outside wall. He's going to have to tow. And now James Bond, all of a sudden, he's going to start racing harder than he has all heat race. This is for the final transfer spot. The 007 currently 5th. The 5 trying to get the elbows out there, trying to hold on to that 4th and final transfer spot. Leaves him a lane. Sammy cuts to the inside as the white flag flies. We got one more trip around. Daniel Adam, final time through 3 and 4. He's going to take the checkered flag as we watch at the top. Sam Bachman, he comes out of the picture first. Daniel Adam, Peyton Anderson, J.J. Crow, and Sam Bachman to the A main. Jackson Whittington, James Ballman Jr., Mark Gifford, and Brandon Geisway to the B main. Yeah, during that warm-ups, we're going to do the old hot water salt gargle trick, because I could feel the voice going away from me there. Oh, man, I'm going to have to, it's so hard. My wife gives me crap all the time for how excited I get, but I really do just get excited about it, but I'm going to have to try to chill out here and make this thing last. Row number 4 to the outside, Logan Hickerson. To the inside, Dale Slides. Row number 3 on the outside, Tyler Welch. To the inside, Sean Roberts. Row number 2 on the outside, the 29 of Scott Dobbs. To the inside, Casey Childers. And row number 1 here for heat race number 3 to the outside, Scooter, Chris Thibodeau. Starting on the pole, the Bassman, Daryl Bass. See that pace truck dive off this time. Drivers beat and bang a little bit going down the backstretch. We drive off into 3. The green flag's high. It's ready to fly. 10 to play at Fairbury Speedway. Heat race number 3 is underway. Good start there for the Bassman, able to hold on to the lead, but they're battling behind. 3, almost 4 wide as Tyler Welch to the inside in that 3 machine. Couldn't make it work, though. Couldn't get it to stick as the 9. He tries it. Sean Roberts. What can he do? He's trying to race for that 4th and final transfer spot right now. 2 spots on the outside looking in as Childers gets a run on the high side going down the backstretch. Or going down the front stretch, excuse me. Now going down the backstretch here at Fairbury. 7 laps to go as Logan Hickerson started 8th, has raced his way up to 4th there in that 98 machine. Now he's trying to scoot his way on by Scooter there in the 44. Takes it to the bottom, 3 wide. The 98, nowhere to go. Got to get on the binders. And we see contact between Scooter and Dobbs. As the 98 got a big send here. 2 for 1 special here at the Fairbury Speedway. Only going to stick with 1 as had to return the other. Plenty of time, though, here. 4 laps to go. Casey in that 92. Oh, he gets a little help from behind. Little tap there from Sean Roberts. Sean to the outside. He gets stuck in the wall. And the 76 there of Dale Slides. Picks up 1 more spot as the battle heats up in front. Dobbs to the inside. Hickerson to the outside. And Logan started dead last in this thing. Did not qualify. Didn't need to in the 98. He's got a hot rod here. He's driven up to P2. But Scott looks to the inside. Scott's got it at the line. Can Logan steal it back as Daryl Bass, final time through 3 and 4. He's going to bring home heat race number 3, followed by Dobbs, Thibodeau, Hickerson, Childers, Roberts, Slides, and Welsh. Not too sure there what happened. How did he lose another spot? Well, gotta love that when it takes us. We already are live. Why are we doing that? There we go. Should be good now. Let's see here. So we took 12, 4 from each. 18 in the feature, I believe. So yeah, we're going to take 6. Had to cheat. Use the iRacing to help us out. So top 6 to the show here. Very important to race your way in as we take a look. 13 drivers inside of row number 7. DP in the 117. Row number 6 on the outside, Tyler Welch. On the inside, Brandon Geiswade. Row number 5 on the high side, Jordan Timon. To the inside, Dale Slides. Row number 4 on the high side, Mark Gifford. On the low side, Trent Merkel. Row 3 to the outside, Sean Roberts. To the inside, James Ballman Jr. Row number 2 on the outside, Walker Wright. To his inside, Casey Childers. And starting row number 1 here for your B main 6 make it to the show. The 511 of Jackson Whittington on the outside. The 44 of Joe McIntyre starting on the pole. 6 drivers here, so obviously we'll give love to the leader as much as we can, but we're really going to focus on that battle for 6th. Roll through 3 and 4. The green flag's high. It's ready to fly. 12 to play at Fairbury Speedway. Only 6 going to punch their ticket. Battle's on. Oh, trouble there for... Tell who that was. If that was the driver of the 114. No, it was Jackson Whittington, and he is really sinking. And that 511, something broke in the outside wall. Race continues. Not sure if Jackson's going to be able to get to the inside. He does, but his night, well, that's going to be all she wrote as we go back to that battle for 6. Dale Slides, the man in position for now, but Mark Gifford in that 14 trying to get that run on the outside, but now they both get by the double deuce. Dale able to hold on to that 6th and final spot as he lost 1 to the 14, gained 1 more from the 22. Ballman Jr. not going to go away that easy as let's go on the nose. Never mind. Let's go take a look at Jordan Timon. I believe he's involved in our accident here. 19. Running around, got in the wall, sucked him up, and we're gonna have to reset my overlay timing here. So ignore everything because it's not gonna want to go back live unless I do this. I was worried when I saw my logo freeze on the screen earlier. There we go. Now the button works. We may have to fix it for you guys, so pay attention here as the green flag's high. It's ready to fly. We're back underway. 5 to go here at Fairbury. As Casey Childers on the outside making a move, trying to go at that 44, but we all know the battle. This is what matters. We're fighting for the top 6. They're 3 wide. Slides in the middle. He gets bumped out. He loses 2 spots. Move the 118 into the show. That's Trent Merkel. He's in that 6th and final transfer spot, but he's got Ballman Jr. to the inside, and Dale Slides and Brandon Geiswade close in tow. But then just as soon as I say that, Geiswade has a little bit of a hiccup. I see him fall off the pace. It's the 22. He drives that thing wide, gets a little defensive, and no caution there, but hard hit for, I believe that was Dale Slides, and that pretty much destroyed that thing. Tough break. And And now the leaders were coming by, and the mayhem ensues. Sean Roberts was winning. He's not going to make the show. Top 6, Casey Childers, Walker Wright, Joe McIntyre, Mark Gifford, James Ballman Jr., and Trent Merkel. And, well, you know, I'm just the broadcaster. I'm not going to get anybody in trouble or say anything bad. But if you're a racer and you saw that, you know what happened. And I feel really bad for the individual for what happened to them. But, man, you just can't keep going around the racetrack or you get somebody else mixed up in it that had nothing to do with it. Now you see a guy who dominated that B main doesn't get the race here this evening, but you know what the heck do I know? As we'll pull these guys up here, we'll pull Jamie up. Hey Jamie, I'm dealing with a throat issue, so we got to do the old salt water and stuff here. But man, real quick, congratulations on your heat race win. I know you like running the bottom. Do we think we're gonna have it available here in the feature?
Probably not. I mean, I think it'll be good for a couple of laps, but we're set up here for the top, but we're good either where we're gonna go. You know what I mean? I think we're gonna be really good anywhere we want to go, but man, it's all about being there at the end, really, and missing the restarts, man. The restarts are key. The restarts are everything. They got a little start window here, man, and it kind of screws the man. It kind of screws the inside, man, but that's part of it. Everybody's got to deal with it. If we lose the lead, we'll try to restart on the outside and try again.
Well, Jamie, man, you're in a good spot, starting on the pole. Wish you best of luck, brother. Hopefully I'm talking to you after this thing. Give him hell.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Winner of heat race number 1. Now we're going to bring up Daniel Adam here. Daniel, heat race number 2 winner, man, starting on the outside. What are we thinking coming into the feature? Do you like where you're at?
Hold on, I gotta change my push talk button because
Nope, you're all good. I assumed.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I like starting on the outside here, especially second. Normally you can get a decent jump and end up side by side, and hopefully put it on the top. Not spoiler off and get the lead early because Jamie's gonna be tough to beat.
Yeah, you know, I tried prying at him to see if I could get him to go to the inside tonight, but he thinks it's going to be a pretty ride or die on the top kind of racetrack tonight. You feeling the same way?
Honestly, right now I don't know. In warm up, it feels a little even. Honestly, the bottom feels not terrible, and the top don't feel terrible. So it should be pretty good. Yeah, I think it'll be pretty racy, especially with how slick it is. Be able to throw some sliders and hopefully, but
Well, hey, man, let's get a new winner in there tonight. Go give him hell, Daniel. Good luck.
thanks, sir.
And now we're going to bring up the Bass man, Daryl Bass. Starting on the inside, row number 2, Daryl. Maybe not where you want to be, but how important is it going to be to get to the high side earlier? Do we think we can do some damage downstairs?
Oh man, I don't plan on going up there, to be honest with you. I'm trying to set the car up to run middle to the bottom.
Now, is that for, you know, kind of safety concerns, wanting to stay out of everybody else's mess, or do you think you got something figured out? You found some speed there tonight?
A little bit of both, and plus I suck running the top here, so
I feel you there.
Don't want to risk tearing my car up, you know.
No, man, especially, you know, you keep this thing clean till the end. You never know. Late restart, be right there. Go give him hell, Daniel. Hopefully you can bring this thing home. Wishing you the best of luck.
All right, appreciate it, bud.
And now I'm going to slap myself on mute. Hopefully these guys are listening to this. Just let this warm-ups please go for the final minute. I'm going to go do the old salt water on the throat here to nurse me through this feature. And I'll be right back to give you your starting grid.
Hey, Chapman. Yes, sorry that I'm interrupting you. No, I won't. I won't. Do you still hear me? Okay. James guy's James Bachman. Okay, I had a feeling. I just wanted to make sure it was just to correct you on his last name. He kept yelling at me. All right, I'll see you at the end of the race.
All right, so you heard it there. Last name correction. I've been calling him Bauman. It's Bachman. But hey, we'll do it right here in this grid. And like I say, my apologies. Sorry, just a little under the weather here this evening. And now I see the grid. You guys don't see the grid because, well, I reset it because my thing was freezing. So let me bring you guys in to the screen that I am looking at. As will hopefully bring you into the screen that I'm looking at. This is unbelievable. It's up on my PC. Not up on your end. Try this one more time. Oh, we get that to pop up. Hopefully, well, this is going to be one where we're going to miss the starting grid. My apologies. I'm really sorry. I'm so flustered with not feeling that well here this evening. I don't even have it up on my end. There you guys go, getting it. Okay. 22, though, something happened with him, so somebody else having a bit of a hiccup here tonight. As, oh man, we had to start for some reason. They, yeah, there we go. Now they had to throw that caution immediately because, the 22 there. Now we're not going to get that starting grid up, but you see that I can run it down real quick. We'll start at the top. It's the easiest. Jamie Massey there started on the pole. Daniel Adam, row number 2, but so far he's fallen back to number 3. On this restart, not sure if they'll give the guys their original spots back. But James Bachman Jr. I almost did it again. But yeah, James Bachman Jr. Well, that's the 22 car we saw missile across the racetrack. So not too sure what happened to him there. I imagine steering wheel went out of it and just dove left. I've seen it happen to people at street play races and stuff like that. They'll just dive down to the infield. That's pretty much all I can come to the conclusion of there. That's definitely not your normal incident driving down there through the infield. But hey, we're back under, or no, we're not. They just left a big gap in the pace truck. See, guys, tighten up on that pace truck. There is no reason other than trying to be fancy to stay back, because then I don't see him. And see, Fairbury's not one of those nifty tracks where it gives me the caution lights. Some of the put those in the scan, so they make you work here, make you earn your money. But the green flag's high, it's ready to fly. Lap number 5 underway at Fairbury Speedway. Oh boy, they're 3 wide here in the back. We see a car go around. The 316 at Devin Hauer, your point leader, and we're under caution for the second time here at Fairbury. I tried to cut back on him. I saw a car get way up out of shape here in too, but I clicked on the car in front of him, the 44 there. That's why we were watching Scooter from this point on. But he comes up across the nose, and let's go see something here. So that's Logan Hickerson. In that outside wall. And I mean, I guess, I mean, he's definitely was already there, but expect, definitely you got to expect people to race the way you race them, to race you the same way, that's for sure. So a lot of those guys don't run mirrors, and when you're not up beside anybody right at that, that rear tire, you can't expect the driver to know you're there. We're going to see that a lot tonight if drivers aren't willing to give and take. Short tracking, it's going to be sliders, guys sliding up in front of each other. Going to have to crack the throttle, cut back down underneath, try to get it done other ways. As they drop the hammer, we're back underway. Now the lap's starting to reset here, so we haven't really gotten a full one in. I think we're on lap 3, coming to lap 4. Already 2 cautions in the book, so settle down here. Let's let the 75 of Daniel Adam go to work here, see if he can't get by Jamie Massey, looking to the inside through 3 and 4. Floats up. He's there on exit. But Jamie, center off, just has that 6 car so straight. He's so much quicker at the end of that straightaway, but it may not matter. Slide job. Daniel Adam to the lead as Jamie Massey cuts back underneath. The boys are dancing here at Fairbury early. We're not even a quarter of the way in. Jamie loses the grip. Can he come back to the inside? He found enough to throw a slide job car in the inside tractor tire. That's Dickinson, I believe. No, that was not Dickinson. That was not Devin Howard either. Who was that? Let's see here if SDK wants to help us out. Cliff Driscoll, possibly? This looks promising. Cliff Driscoll in the 63. I told you there would be people hitting the tractor tires tonight. And Devin Howard looks to be, Cliff Driscoll looks to be our first victim hard into that inside tire. Oh! We'll keep her rolling, but it should fall back to the back, I'd imagine. And yeah, there he goes, dropping more spots, being that he is the reason the caution came out. Normally they throw them to the back. Okay, so Ben, I'm going to actually be broadcasting FTM's league on Sundays. I'm guessing, is Devin the big slow here? Because I've seen the nickname in the Discord they use, but they don't have their real names. Is the green flag's back out? We're on lap 8, so I assume that's him, but I'll have to learn all their nicknames. It's going to be quite the task, all those FTM drivers. But look at that. 3, man. 3, 4 wide. Coming out of 4, now coming out of 2. We're exchanging the lead again. Daniel Adam back to the inside. Jamie trying to counter back. Can he throw a slide job through 1 and 2? Daniel, he's going to say, no way, man. He holds the door. But that gives Peyton Anderson in the 43 a big run off the top shelf. And just like that, we got 3 cars here. Make it 4, the Bassman. Daryl Bass, he gets a little bump there from the 75 of Adam. Oh, Adam's got a checkup go underneath and can't rough him up there twice. So the Bassman might get a little upset as Daniel falls on back to the 4th. The outside, if you can do it, seems to be the place to be now. Definitely dangerous. you can work your way on up through the field, and we're seeing guys like Sam Bachman in the 007 take advantage of the grip up there. Yes, it's dangerous, but lots of grip up there. If you're willing to go find it and ride the cushion, it's Jamie Massey unhooking the horses out of the trailer. Running a little combo line here, slider line through 3 and 4. And slider line through 1 and 2, and not going to go back up top like he did the previous lap. Maybe he likes the basement right now, and not going to matter as we're back under caution. Couldn't tell who this was. Going to have to take a look over. It might be Trent Merkel in the 118. Let's take a look here. Yeah, definitely might be Trent Merkel. Gets in the outside wall. That thing's broken. Nowhere to go. Caution flag flies. Jamie Massey, the man out front, but Peyton Anderson, the quickest car on the racetrack. Last time by, ran your quickest lap of the race at 12:69. Everyone else on the racetrack other than Jamie Massey, best lap out of any other driver the last time around was a 13th lap. Bassman in third. So these drivers in first and second really in their own race right now. Other drivers gonna have to figure something out. Hopefully they watch them, maybe trade a little paint, disrupt the handling of the race car. We're 1 to green. They extended the caution here. Race around for a little longer. Like I say, my apologies. You guys have tuned in long enough. You know that I'm a very chatty person. But like I say, the throat is man, I'm feeling it tonight. So you're not getting the most words out of me under caution that you normally do, but I have a feeling I'm gonna need it for this finish. It's gonna be a good one. As the green flag's high, it's ready to fly. Lap 16 underway here at Fairbury Speedway. Man, they're 3 wide for second already. Adam in the middle. Peyton to the inside, or the Bassman to the inside, Peyton on the outside, and here comes Peyton, big run. Give him that 43 as he's looking to come at the 6. He gets the right rear in the outside wall, tightens him up. Gonna lose about 3/10 of a second there, excuse me. Still gets a good run off the top shelf in 4, able to hold on to second for now. Bassman trying to look to the inside, but before he can make a pass, the yellow flag's gonna wave one more time. Trent Merkel in the 118. Involved, but not of his doing. This is already happening in front of him. So looking like, let's go up to Childers here. My apologies. You can hear it now. Yeah, I'm not making it up. It's starting to go away here. With the 92 and the 44 make a little bit of contact here on entry, or 45, I believe it's supposed to be on our score sheet. He tightens up. Devin ends up getting into him. He goes back up the racetrack. Rough night for your point leader, Devin Hauer. Even rougher night there for Trent Merkel. That caution definitely not of his doing. Tough break there for Trent. As the pace truck dives off, we're ready to go back racing here once again. Lap 22 is underway here at Fairbury Speedway. Anderson gets a good run on that top shelf. Massey goes down and shuts the door. Doesn't want a slide job. He'll leave that high wide entry alone. Because he protects the top one exit. That's what he's worried about. The Bassman looking to the inside. Darrell Bass. Can he take that middle step of the podium? Daryl's got that 90 machine rolling through the center of the corner, but just can't float up against the wall, and he loses all that time. He can complete the slide job on Peyton. He may be able to go up and put a little work on this 6 of Jamie Massey, but right now, 74 of Daniel Adam gets a run on the top shelf as Peyton gets into the wall. This is the Bassman's chance, but he can't float up in front. Now he's sandwiched in the middle. The marshmallow and the peanut butter and jelly. Peyton holds on. He strings together a couple good corners on that top shelf to hold on to P2. And Logan Hickerson, he welcome to the party, the 98. Oh, man. And oh, boy, we saw him making moves. The top lane gets shut on him, and just like that. And this is where, you know, I mean, it wasn't as bad for him before. You know, it hurt the other car, but this is where I understand it. I really do. You're coming fast, but you see this guy floating up the racetrack. He's been doing it the whole race. You know it's coming. So there's nobody to blame but yourself when the door is getting closed in dirt racing and, you know, you're coming with that late of a run out of the corner. You know it's going to get shut. You got to drive defensive, especially at a bull ring racetrack like this. Okay, Ben, so that's your son. So the big slow. All right, I'll be calling him that on Sunday. I'll try to remember that for Devin here. Pace around here. Driver's starting to double up here, so we might see the pace truck dive off this time. We do. We should be getting ready to go back racing here at the Fairbury Speedway. The green flag's high. It's ready to fly. 15 to go at Fairbury. That's going to end in a flash, especially if we stay green. So if you get an opportunity to make a move, you got to do it here. And Daniel looking to the inside. He's got the nose under Jamie. Jamie goes up top here. Going to shut the door on the 43. The Bassman, big slider, pounds the 43. And we're going to be back under caution here any second. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's another one, you know, I mean, it is so easy, you know, to sit up here and do this and just, you know, criticize people. Trust me, it's like, it's way harder to be in there and doing it. But when the broadcaster starts off with a camera like this and you are 2.5 car lengths behind that car in front of you, when you drive in this deep, it is not going to turn out good. And drove in there, didn't want to allow that slide job in front of him, forgot about the cars in front of him. And just like that, man, you know, you're Peyton Anderson having a good night. Now you're wadded up, the 21 car involved. A lot of race cars tore up there, just not necessarily, you know, using your head there, but the green flag's high. It's ready to come back out once again. 7 cautions this evening, 13 to go. Jamie Massey feeling the heat right away. Daniel to the inside. Can Daniel throw a slide job? No, he leaves the lane open. Give it to the 6 at the line. Daniel trying to make it work, trying to do it the clean way on the bottom, but he's running out of options here. And most of all, running out of time. 11 laps to go. Sam Bachman, he's got his way up into that lead pack here in 6, trying to run his way up into the top 5 as he does get on by the 63 of Cliff Driscoll. Cliff floats up, gives him a lane there, give it to the 007 at the line. Cliff with a good run here through 1 and 2. We're not going to let Sam drive off that easy here. As Jamie Massey loses grip, that rear tires maybe kisses the wall ever so slightly. And right back to him. is the 74 of Daniel Adam. He knows Jamie's going to go down there and keep shutting the door, so he's got to do something different. He's trying to beat the wall down here at Fairbury, but he makes that mistake, gets into the wall ever so slightly. Jamie goes down, shuts the door. Now Scott licking his lips here in the 29. What can Scott Dobbs do as we hop on the nose? My apologies, we were on Scooter there for a quick minute. Scooter there, running in the top 5, currently in 4th. He just needs a lane to open up as well. Scooter is one of those guys who really come on late at the end of the race. Good driver in the slick, and that's where you pay the bills here. You don't need to be quick in the beginning of the racetrack when you got a lot of tack. That ain't gonna last but a couple laps. You need to be able to drive it when this thing looks like it's a sheet of glass. And right now, the top 3 in their own class. Daniel Adam running out of time in this 75. 3 laps to go, this time by Jamie Massey. Feeling the heat. Can he handle the pressure? 2 laps to go for the 6 of Jamie Massey. Jamie, ooh, he hikes that thing down real early, trying to search for all that grip on corner entry, and he sees the white flag. One more trip around for the HNL6. Jamie Massey sends it into the bottom through 3 and 4. Jamie Massey dominates another one here in the Outlaw Dirt Series. Daniel Adam P2, Scott Dobbs running out the podium. Scooter bringing home 4th, and Sam Bachman rounding out your top 5. Also, hard charger there for Sam Bachman, up 6 spots. Chris Thibodeau up 5, and Logan Hickerson also up 5 as well. Jamie Massey gets it done. We'll see if we can't get a word here. Some of our drivers. The top 3, technically. As we rotate here. Scott Dobbs started 6th. Bringing it home 3rd. Let's see if we can find him. Only have the 1 driver in the Discord right now. Your winner, Jamie Massey. So we'll give these guys a little more time here. We got Daniel down there now, just waiting for our 3rd place finisher, Scott Dobbs. So as soon as we see him roll in there, we'll scoop him up out. Because I know, I'm telling you, I'm going to grab Daniel Adam and pull him up here, and then Scott's going to jump in here. That's exactly what's going to happen. But hey, don't got all night, so that's what we're going to do. I'm telling you, Daniel, my apologies, sorry. Man, I am under the weather. My wife has been sick this week, and it is now transferred.
Oh, you're right.
It is now transferred to me. But Daniel, man, seemed like you had a quick race car. A couple times you'd get low and you'd be trying to make a pass, but boy, oh boy, man, the caution bug, it was really flying tonight.
Yeah, felt like I was pretty good, had the lead, and then got doored in the lead, so went back to 4th and felt like I had probably the fastest car out of the guys in front of me. So just trying to get to the front, and a few times I got a run, just couldn't do anything. So a little bummed out, but it's all right.
It seemed like, obviously, man, that outside, God dang it, that outside line when you could hit it, that's the preferred line. But man, with the way Jamie was just sliding up, he was really taking away all your speed on exit, right?
Yeah, it looked like he was a little better in 3 and 4. I just get that run going into 1, and I get him in 1. So it was a little bit of a chess match there. Just yeah, I was I don't know, just yeah.
Yeah, no, man, I feel you. I know sometimes, it can't always go your way. You had a quick race car, some unfortunate contact, knocks you out of the top three, man, but you're able to race your way right back, get in that middle step of the podium. So maybe not what you wanted, Daniel, but still, man, hell of a job tonight. Way to put that thing P2. Who you want to thank?
Yeah, I got to thank the guys at Excel Sim Sports. They're hooking me up. Just partnered up with Speed Ranch, so also gonna be working with my buddy Tanner. And yeah, I got to thank all my real sponsors. And you can head to my website, danieladams75.com, to see all my partners and my schedule.
Well, hey, hell of a run, Daniel, and hopefully I hear from you again pretty soon, man. Good job.
Yeah, thank you.
And now we're going to bring up the man there who finished P3, Scott Dobbs. Scott, able to bring it home on the podium. It seemed like you three up front kind of in your own deal, but just not long enough to string together some green flag runs, to get some passing in. But you had some speed. How'd the race car feel?
Car felt great. It was digging all night long. Just trying to be patient. It's a tight racetrack, and just trying to follow Daniel and Jamie. Was hoping something may happen, and I just reaped the win. But just being patient with those guys, not really pushing the envelope.
Yeah, coming down with, I believe, right before that final caution, you're sitting in third. And you see those front two, they both go to the bottom. And, man, I called it. I said, you had to be licking your lips. How excited were you? You get to the outside, you're battling for P2. But surprise, surprise, man, caution flag flies.
Yeah. When they were running the bottom, I was happy. But they had a lot of pull off the bottom. I really couldn't pick up much. So, hats off to them. Their stuff was better on the bottom than mine. I had to pretty much hold it up tight, or maybe the middle was the best thing I had.
Well, man, at the end of the day, these podiums, they add up, and they look dang good for the sponsors. So before you get out of here, man, let's hear all about them.
Sure. I'd like to thank the guys over at 3D, keeping me on a even keel and holding me to high standards. House of Speed Setup Shop, One Shop Scrap and Recycling, JMP Home Inspections, Justin Norwood Sim Sports. I believe that's it. I'm sure I'm probably forgetting somebody. It's been a little bit since I had an interview.
Well, hey, heck of a job, Scott. And, I've been apologizing to everybody, but when you go back and look, man, I'm under the weather. There's a bug going through this household, so I'm sorry about the quick interview, but hell of a job, Scott, and hopefully I get to talk to you again soon, brother.
You're good, bud. Good job on the broadcast. Thank you.
Scott Dobbs bringing home P3, and then,
Sure.
man, oh man, he's back again. Jamie, it wasn't as easy this time. You get shuffled out of the lead there, fall back to third, little contact in front of you, and you take the lead back, man. How you feeling in this 6?
Yeah, man, I felt really good. I mean, we got a second lead there a time or two. I think that if we wouldn't have too many cautions, I think we could have pulled away. But I mean, I know that what's his name thought he had the better car. I just don't see that. I mean, I could see that he could run with me on restarts. I mean, it's like it's a gunfight. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a World War X on a restart when you got a start zone that is so narrow. And I mean, it is what it is. We got to start there, but it brings, like, even when we were single file, he knew when I had to go, so he timed it and he jumped to my inside. And I mean, I'm not gonna give it to him. That's, it's just how it is, man. It's just how it is. And I was running that slider line. That slider line is real effective here in 3 and 4. If I could have got some laps in, it would have really shown what kind of race car I had. But we just, them little short laps, it would take my tires a good little while to heat up and for me to get going. But anytime we got any green flag laps there, I felt like we pulled away pretty good. But I'd like to have seen it go green, but I knew it was going to be a little bull ring. It was a lot of fun up on the wheel.
Yeah, no, I mean, you said it as well as I could there, Jamie. That's what you got to do at a place like this, man. Little bull ring, you got to be up on the wheel. And when you're out front, you got to drive defensive. That's what you're able to do. If they're not going to run long green flag runs, like you said, on those short little restarts, well, you got to make that thing wide. You got to keep those guys behind you till you can get it up to speed. And that's what you did, man, every time. And that's why you're bringing home another checkered flag. So hell of a job, Jamie. Congrats on the win, man. Who you want to thank?
Yeah, I forgot about this thing tonight, man. I just walked into the race shop and Bryce texted me and said, you gonna race tonight? And I was like, what are you talking about? And it dawned on me. I was like, oh shit. I closed the shop door, hauled ass home, and thank him for reminding me because I wouldn't have been here. And Fairbury is one of my favorite tracks, so I was happy to come run. And yeah, just all the guys over at H&L for testing with me. Uh, y'all for putting this deal on, Papa Mike's Promotions, Mama Bear, and all the crybabies out there. Thank you, brother.
Hell of a job, Jamie. Can't wait till I talk to you next week. Good run, brother.
Thank you.
Jamie Massey bringing home another checkered flag here for the Outlaw Dirt Series Pro Late Models. And man, Devin Hauer, the big slow, had a rough night. So we're going to see that points lead shrink a little bit coming into next week. But make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't miss a show. We got a new one coming up. A lot of the drivers in this, some Full Throttle Motorsports drivers will be there Sunday night. So make sure you tune in. I'm Zach Chapman from Shaggy TV. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.